Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Cottage. I'm Joey, the Veiled Cottage Witch, and this is another episode of my Magickal Plant Series. Today, we're talking about this guy. Rawr. This guy is a Snapdragon. We still have them, and it's the middle of December. We've had the strangest year. Yes, this guy looks like buttered popcorn. I love snapdragons, otherwise known as an Antiquity magus. So the snapdragon comes from the flower shape, which looks like a dragon's mouth that opens and snaps shut when squeezed. And I sometimes can do it, but it's better when it's like a red one or an orange one. There we go. Rawr. Whatever. It looks like buttered popcorn to me. Now, this has been a fun gesture and a cute flower to chase people around like it looks like a dragon since Roman times. And its scientific name, Antiquity, comes from the Greek words like a snout, also referring to its facial appearance, although some other languages call it lion's mouth or wolf's mouth due to the similar features. So that's kind of where it got its name. So, it's the little fun little things that we find when we're not glued to a phone. We actually entertained ourselves with flowers and chased around kids and saying, the dragon's going to get you. So today we're going to really open up the dragon's mouth, so to speak. I have to throw in puns, right? You know this. And we're going to dig into that folklore. We're going to talk about the medicinal and the magical properties and spells you can use for the snapdragon. So if that sounds good to you, stick around. You just might learn something new. So the folklore behind the snapdragons there's a lot to unpack here. And although snapdragons grew in ancient gardens, the actual origin of the flower is kind of uncertain. We don't really know where it came from. It just kind of popped up. But some believe it was the Mediterranean basin, Spain and Italy. And people have loved them since before the days of the Roman Empire. They became part of human mythology with a complex symbolism, one of grace, benevolence, strength, and protection, and the other of indifference, deception, and denial. So you've got, two different sides to that story. Now, in folklore, snapdragons were thought to offer protection from witchcraft. And since the time of the ancient Greeks, their colors were thought to contain magical properties. Look how many colors there are, and everyone has a different property. The purple was for spirituality, red for passion and love, yellow for happiness. I don't know, in my garden, these little yellow guys always made me happy. White for innocence and good magic. Now, the Romans and Greeks believed that snapdragons had the power to protect them from witchcraft and could ward off evil spirits or bring good luck when placed near a home. Now, Dioscorides, I know I'm saying it, Dioscorides, that's it, a Greek physician, wrote that protection would be given to anyone who wore snapdragons around their neck as well. The belief in their protective powers extended into the Middle Ages when they were planted near the gates of European castles. I'm not surprised. These are so beautiful. And the fact that they also were protective, that's just a bonus. Now, the legends also spoke of snapdragons warding off deceit and curses, and they were often planted in gardens as a protective shield against evil forces. Now, snapdragons are a popular choice in rituals and ceremonies meant to ward off negativity, and many gardeners and horticulturists are fond of snapdragons for their bright colors and fragrance, not to mention the fact that they're just fun to squeeze and chase people around. But yet, not so many gardeners and horticulturists know about the dragon skulls that are left once the snapdragon has gone to seed. Do you guys notice what happens when they die off? You see a little skull. Now, when you look directly at it, they're upside down, but you turn them around, they look like skulls. How cool is that? It's like your own Gothic decor in the garden. That's why I never pull them. I'm like, it looks so cool. They can just be there. I love that. Now, Russian folklore suggests that snapdragons boosted the body's energy, and the flowers were also used in poultices to treat various ailments, including inflammation and infection. And they were also boiled into infusions said to keep a woman's complexion fresh and youthful. Hey, whatever works, right? And on top of it all, the flowers are edible. You can make candy out of them. I don't know how good they taste, but wouldn't that be cool to make like snapdragon brittle or like hard candy from the snapdragons? I think that would be awesome. Now, though their taste has been described as like slightly bitter pea pods, so maybe not the most appetizing ever, they do make eye-catching decor on plates and pastries. Now, edible oils can be extracted from their seeds, and even a green dye can be made from the flowers. I'm guessing it doesn't matter what color the flowers are. So here are my dried snapdragons. Look how pretty they are. They're not like wonderful to smell once they've dried. Not bad though. I mean, they don't give off a crazy odor, but I do like the fuchsia ones, and we have the fuchsia ones and the yellow ones and the red ones in here. I only use them for one recipe, and I will definitely share that with you guys. Now, hanging snapdragons over a baby's bed was a custom in some German traditions to guard against bad dreams and spirits. Stepping on a snapdragon was thought to break black magic spells. Someone let me know if that works. Its ability to grow in rocky places symbolizes inner strength, resilience, and grace under pressure. Makes sense to me, right? This is the wonderfulness of folk magic and the Victorian language of flowers, right? Carrying a hidden snapdragon was thought to make the bearer appear charming, gracious, and alluring, just like the snapdragon. Now, because they represented both benevolence and deceit, it can make you fascinating. Its hidden aspect also hinted at secrets or even presumption in Victorian times. Now, in the Victorian era, sending one could mean you found someone gracious, but also suggested you were being a little too forward. Yeah, it's like, am I being too forward, or am I just telling you that you're a good person? I guess it just depends on how your culture takes that gesture. So, to each their own, I would say. Now, on to medicinal uses. Now, like I'd already said, they're great for inflammation and irritation. You would crush the leaves and flowers, and you would make it into a poultice or an ointment for burns, bruises, rashes, and swelling. Now, you could apply it topically to soothe and reduce inflammation for ulcers and hemorrhoids. It was very cooling, so you could use the fresh juice used for minor burns or insect bites. You can use it as a diuretic to promote urination, drink it as a tea, right? It was also employed to treat liver disorders and scurvy. Not that we get much scurvy around here, but a lot of people used it back then for that. It was used as a gargle for mouth ulcers and throat inflammation when made into an infusion. It contains flavonoids and anthocyanins with antioxidant potential as studied in lab settings. So there's that. And the seed oil was similar to olive oil and was used in cooking. So yeah, you could make your own Snapdragon seed oil. Now, it is related to mullein, and it's a common herb remedy for respiratory issues. But it was often confused with Snapdragon because the flowers look a little bit similar, and the stems often look similar, but mullein grows a lot bigger and the leaves are a lot bigger. So sometimes it would get confused with the two, but mullein is much better for respiratory issues than Snapdragon. Now, a Roman belief held that a bracelet of snapdragons made the wearer immune to poisons. I do not recommend that you try this. Do not fuck around and find out with that one. Don't do it. Just don't. Now, for healing and beauty, you could use it in poultices for inflammation and infusions for skincare. Now, while historically significant, clinical trials on the Snapdragon on humans were very limited, and most claims were based on traditional use or lab studies. So if you want to give it a try, it's not been FDA approved. So just saying. On to magical properties. The element is fire. The energy is projective. The planet is Mars, and the day of the week it is most potent is Tuesday. Now, the flowers are used in charms for truth telling. Yeah. Bring a bouquet into the office and place it near someone you suspect is being deceitful to have the truth revealed. You can grow snapdragons in your garden to repel those trying to manipulate you. Drop a snapdragon into your pocket before meeting with someone to gain the ability to see through deceptions. Now, you can place red snapdragons near problematic people to deflect negativity, or you could sprinkle the seeds on a troublemaker's path. Snapdragons are fun and magic, let me tell you. The flower also carries a glamour to allow one to appear more interesting. So you could take a snapdragon and maybe use it to apply blush or a lipstick. Yeah, maybe if you wanted to. Not suggesting that I've ever done that, but you could. Pin a snapdragon on your jacket to improve the way others see you. Float a handful of snapdragon blossoms in bath water and soak to intensify your allure. As you can tell, it's very much a glamour magic plant, right? Before date night, brew an infusion of snapdragon flowers and cardamom. I bet that smells amazing. And add it to your bath water or a shower sachet. Say that 5 times fast, to boost your ability to charm others. It can also be useful in dragon magic. Use them as offerings when asking favors of your personal dragon servitor. If you ever want to know how to create a dragon servitor, I have a book recommendation for you. In fact, I'll get it down right now and show you. 1 second. You would never guess in a million years that this book would have details on how to make your own servitor. It doesn't have to be a dragon, but I might as well say it here because mine is Blackthorn's Botanical Wellness. It's A Green Witch's Guide to Self-Care by Amy Blackthorn. This book right here has how to make your own servitor. So there's so many good things in this book. That's just one of the things that I learned. And so, yeah, dragons like snapdragons. All right. For my personal uses, I only have one thing I use it in and one thing only in my uncrossing powder. Why? Because it deflects curses, it deflects negative energy, it takes the target off of you. That's what uncrossing does. Now, most people who come to me saying, I think I've been cursed, I think I have a hex on me, I say to them, you probably don't, because most of the time you probably don't. But the more you talk about it, the more you tell others, the more you think that you are, you create a negative energy bubble around you. And it's not that anybody did that to you. More than likely, you've done it to yourself by talking about it. What are those called? Thought forms. If you think you've been cursed long enough, you have that negative energy that you've built around you. And uncrossing just takes all that and dissolves it. Put a little bit of this in your bath. Put a little bit of this in oil and put it on you. Put a little bit of this on a candle, a black candle with some olive oil or a banishing oil, and do a meditation, say a prayer, say an incantation, whatever you need to do. Uncrossing powder is amazing. You can just take a little bit and put it around a candle and light it. Carve your initials into the candle. Put this powder around it. This stuff is super, super powerful. Put it around your door. Put it around your windowsills. Put it under a rug. Put some on your altar. There's so many uses. I'm going to refer you, if you don't know how to use this, to watch my how to use spell powders video as well. I'll try to link it down below so that you can watch that. But really, uncrossing, all it does is take the target off of you. All that negative energy goes, and it doesn't go back to them, it just dissolves. It's no longer on you. It's not on them. It's just gone. It's just gone. It dissolves. Best way to do it is in a bath, in my opinion. Or put it in a shower sachet. Hey, I said it right. Put a little bit of this in like a tea bag or a muslin bag. Hang it from your shower, or really just wash yourself head to toe with it. Rinse it out, down the drain. Bye-bye, gone. Uncrossing powder. It also has orange peel, nettle, rose, vervain, chamomile, rosemary, eucalyptus, and hyssop in it. So, all good things to get rid of negativity. So, that was Snapdragon. Nice and easy, and yeah, lots of fun things. So, please give this video a like, subscribe if you'd like to see more, hit that bell for notifications so you don't miss my next video. I will have the uncrossing powder and that other video on how to use spell powders linked down below. But go to my website at theveiledcottagewitch.com where you can book a class, book a reading, book a service, book a workshop. You can also shop my holistic healing products and my ritual and spell aids. Just remember at checkout to punch in the code word, all caps, veiled, to get your free shipping. That is my gift from me to you just for watching this channel. And if you'd like to financially support this channel, there's 3 ways to do so down in the description box, but not necessary. Just live your best life and live for yourself. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.